Now, I want to ask another question, which is what is one skill that you have picked up in NTU English so far that you think that you will carry with you in the future?
Never taking things at surface level. Because since we always close read and we always try to find the meaning behind words, I realize that I do that a lot now with news. Like when I see something, I make sure I research so many other different news outlets to find out whether I'm reading is right.
I think up to secondary school we're taught that words have similar meanings and it's okay to throw them in for spikes whatsoever. But you come into literature and you're like, wait, okay, that they are quite different, even if they do look similar.
I think that ties in with effective communication as well, because in NTU English you don't just write, you also have to present. So you have group presentations, you have individual presentations, so you need to kind of sift out points that is most relevant and not try to bombard your prof or your classmates with a lot of information. So you have to cherry pick, but make sure that what you're doing is conveying your ideas in the most effective and succinct way.
I would say for me it's on the other side, on top of critical thinking. I think one skill that I'll bring with me is to really have this ability to understand people, because I think you are so you spend so much time reading and understanding what's the author's intention and reading between the lines that you can I think people tend to forget, but you can apply this in your daily lives. You can you can read a room much better, you can understand people's body language, which I think is very important cues for you to be able to socially lead your life, especially in situations where you can kind of manage tensions. So I think that is a skill that I would take with me.
I would say for myself coming into NTU English, I think I've become more understanding of other people, even though I may not be in their shoes or agree with their perspectives. It helps me to be more empathetic in their way, which is really great. Do you have any advice to give to someone who might be considering coming to NTU English?
Just be prepared to read
A lot.
A lot. I was so overwhelmed with the amount of things that I had to read. So I think definitely be prepared to read a lot, and time management. So if you're a slow reader like I am, you have to set times to finish certain things, for sure, or not you'll lag behind.
I wish someone had told me that you have to be patient with yourself. Especially when it comes to your first year trying to transition, trying to cope, but also just enjoy the process. I've had friends who just instantly lost interest in literature, and we don't really want you to experience that because you're here for 4 years. So just be patient and try to learn and try to love the process. And if you don't like something, just move on to the next one. It's fine.
My advice would be along the same lines, that it's okay to be overwhelmed, but just remember that just give yourself a bit of time and you'll find your footing in what you're doing now.
I don't know if I'm well suited for advice given that I just But I guess my takeaway to anyone who's considering NTU would be a little bit more universal, in the sense that grades are important, but they're not everything. They're not as important as the learning process is.
Yes. For my personal advice for those who are interested in coming to NTU English is I think it's very similar to everybody, is to enjoy the process, and you will find yourself being around brilliant minds, people who are very passionate in what they study, and I think in general it really helps to motivate you as well. It's a very vibrant, beautiful environment. So I don't doubt that you won't enjoy your journey here.
Can I add that if you're overwhelmed, please don't hesitate to reach out. I think everyone is super helpful regardless of the year. And if you're always unsure, or you're a bit insecure, to reach out to your batchmates, can always just reach out to your profs. They are also very helpful because they understand that the transition takes time. So just reach out.
Alright, thank you guys. That was a very great sharing session, very insightful. Looking forward to hear more from you in the next episode. If you have any suggestions as to what we should cover in our future episodes, feel free to drop them in the comment section down below, and do give us a follow on our Instagram at ntu.english, okay? Now, coming on to the next episode, episode 2, we'll be sharing with you more and talking to you more about our personal experiences NTU English so far. And with that being said, we've come to the end right here. Goodbye and see you soon!
Bye.